Okay, so recently I've been working a lot with videos and images and doing some watermarking using the FFmpeg library, or a wrapper for the library anyway. And I thought, how can I combine those two things? Now, I've always been interested in stop animation. I've made a few stop animation videos, just some short stuff, things with my kids, things when I was younger, using Monkey Jam. And when I made a stop animation video over the Christmas period, I was surprised to find that Monkey Jam was still relevant. It was still around, and it was developed and made years and years ago. Not no longer maintained, but the only other real stop animation software that is free and open source and something that people were happy to use was QStop Animation, which is designed to work on Linux, Mac, PC. Pretty cool software. Not really that full functioned or that well rounded and developed. If you're looking at more professional stop animation software, then you're going to end up paying for it. So I thought, how could I combine these things? And I've come up with something that I think is very, very early days, but I'm pleased with it so far. I'm just going to go ahead and build this. It is based on Windows Forms, so this is for Windows PCs only. I suppose it wouldn't be too hard to take out the guts of this and make it like a cross-platform app, but I just finding it much easier for now to write this in .NET. So I've built my application now, and I'm going to launch it. So here is my actual application so far, and again, this is real early days, but I wanted to show the flexibility. So I can go here and click on, here's my image list on the left hand side, and I can say add image from file. So I can browse to like an image, open it, and it puts it in this list here. I can see the file name, I can see the file size and the path of it as well. Now I appreciate this is early, so you're going to want to move these things up and down the list, and there's no control there yet. That's obviously coming. Add image, so I can just start building my list of images up, and we build it up there. Now using the FFmpeg multimedia framework, I can then choose the file size of the movie output, the frames per second, and then the movie file type, and then I would export that, and that would export it as an actual movie so I can play it. At the moment I haven't allowed people to choose the audio source, but that will also be added. What I've been recently working on over the last few days though is the ability to add a picture not just from an existing file that you've already made, but the ability to also add it from your webcam. So if I click here, you see this bit is grayed out at the moment, but if I click on here, this is actually going to start my webcam up, and you can see that image preview is now updated. And if I move my camera into position, this is me talking now. Hello. And if I want to, I can say, right, I've got my frame in position, I've got it how I wanted it, and now click on take picture, and you can see here that's actually created a picture. It's come up with a really weird name, but that's a unique file name identifier. Now my webcam isn't the greatest. It's a Logitech, what is it? It's a Logitech, oh, horrible close up on my face there, HD 720p. So the absolute maximum dimensions of the file it's going to take is here. So that's quite significantly smaller than the rest of my images, but when I export it, it will just round everything up or down to the images I've got, the image size I've set here in the output options. So you're going to want to be careful of your image output options if you're capturing from a webcam device what it's actually capable of. By default, the application will take the absolute highest dimension size, highest resolution it can that your webcam supports, but I can add loads of these, so I can go like that, and I'm going to stop my webcam now because it's kind of distracting to see my face here. So if I click on this file, you can see that's my original one, and as I go down the file list, you can see that the image preview is generating which it is. So it's kind of nice to see which one, and if that file there, for example, I don't particularly like, I can remove that image, and I don't like that one, so I'm going to remove that image as well. And when you scroll through, you'll be able to see that there's a little bit of a jump there. where I deleted those ones out. Um, but yeah, that's essentially it. And then you would export it, and it turns it into like a AVI file format for me. So I export that, and then that's going to create the AVI file somewhere there. The export function is not finished yet, so I'm not going to open up that movie file. It will have only taken the first frame of my list. That's probably down to the wrapper that I'm using. I may have to ditch the wrapper completely and work with FFmpeg directly. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm working on at the moment. What I do intend to do though is the webcam settings. Like, instead of just take picture and just take the active screen, I want to like, webcams have got different settings, so I want to be able to like change some of the settings here. I saw in QMotion Stop you didn't really have that. You take a picture and then you edit it in later on, like a post image editing facility, I guess. What I want to be able to do is I want to be able to take a picture but rely on some of the camera options. So if I want to be able to zoom in, or if I want to like flip the image or reverse the image, because some people have set a rig up and they've set the camera in position, they're like, damn, it would have been better if this was actually like in reverse. Some of the focusing options, so that you can like focus on like a centered object and the background will be blurred. Like, I'm sure that there's a lot more that can be done with the actual camera settings and taking the picture before you even get to post. So yeah, watch this space. Hopefully I will have like a very basic version ready for release at some point in the future soon, but hopefully this becomes like a lot more fully fledged, and I look forward to posting updates on it soon.